Gigi, you need to brush your teeth.
Three,
Here, come.
2, 1. Yes. So here we are. Unfiltered Reactions channel. We are back after a long hiatus, about a month or so, give or take. We've both been busy, but life's been good. A lot of things going on. My brother, how you doing?
Good, man. But I'm having like withdrawals from all the hate that I haven't been getting lately.
We haven't been getting a lot of it, man.
It's fucking with my life.
We haven't posted enough. So I guess we got to start posting more, which is good. We're going to put more out. We got a lot of things in the coffers. I just now posted our review of the new Black Star. It's actually finally up. The full album's on there right now. It will be up tonight at 9 p.m., which is the 30th, right? Today's 30th?
Yeah.
30th.
Yep.
29th. The 29th at 9 p.m.
Tonight will be the 30th.
Yes. So
I'm probably still going to be drinking something. So don't judge me. So actually do it. Judge me.
Just judge us. Tell us, man, you guys drink too much shit going on. Don't like his Lakers jersey. Say you don't like.
I'm depressed from all the love.
Hey, yo, whatever you want to do, let it do. So without further ado, we're going to do something different. Obviously, the news of the day, we kind of skipped over this whole conversation in this reaction video to this when it first happened, quote unquote slap heard around the world that everybody was so into about what, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, whatever.
I think so, yeah.
How long ago it was. We kind of skipped, we didn't want to talk about it because like there's so many nuances of was it right, wrong? It's up to me to say it was right or wrong. But today, Will Smith actually put out an apology or a video, not really apology, it says apology. It's been a minute. So he kind of did a video where he talked about this situation in the past few months where he's been. So I know you've seen a little bit of it, I've seen it. We're actually gonna react to it now.
Okay.
So before we get into that, man, I guess since we never talked about the slap, infamous slap, give me a quick 10-minute spiel of how you feel about it.
10-minute spiel?
No, 10 seconds.
All right, 10 second. I didn't watch the award show, but I thought it was fake, to be honest.
Yeah.
I didn't know because it looked fake. I couldn't tell, like, I felt like he didn't want to slap him.
Yeah. It was just one of those things, it seemed like.
It was straight emotion driven.
Yeah.
And I feel like Will Smith doesn't do that very often. He's usually a beacon of positivity when it comes to his image and stuff. But so I was like, wow, and especially being Chris Rock.
It's somebody he's known for a long time, since Fresh Prince. It was a long time. They weren't like they were people who didn't know each other. So
yeah,
I feel the same way, man. It was first I was like, what? Will Smith?
Yeah.
But then we kind of did it offline, think about how long people have been messing with Will Smith. Like, it seemed like
it had a lot to do with it. That's a good point.
Quote unquote corny. For all you motherfuckers, I don't mind being corny. If corny means I care about my woman, I take care of my kids, I'll be corny as a motherfucker. And I make $20 million a year. Cool. I'll be corny.
What Flavor Flav said, you got to pay me, boy.
Yeah, I'll be corny too. If that's what corny is. People say that about Russell Wilson also. They're like corny. He's a corny. They're like, why? Because he plays football only, goes home to his wife, doesn't go party, doesn't cuss. So
you take corny to the bank.
Yeah, I'll deal with that. So yeah, I think that's what it was. And obviously to me, it was a lot of built up shit. And obviously we don't know the conversations that the husband and wife have in bed. We don't know how Jada may have felt about her hair. Maybe it was something they had a conversation about and that night it clicked where he got upset. Whatever it may be, we don't know. That's for them to figure out.
I don't want to know.
Yeah. I don't really care. I just want to say, did he handle the right way?
Yeah.
Would I do the same thing? I don't know. So without further ado, we're going to react to this. It's been a minute. Will Smith posted today, July 29th. So when we post this video tomorrow, it'll be yesterday. So I'm going to share my screen with you and we'll go from there. Share sound. Hold on, let me make sure I can see you. Whoops. Okay, and here we go. Can you see everything? So there we go, the opening part, man. Just so people know, you probably already saw it. It's been a minute. Over the last few months, I've been doing a lot of thinking and personal work. You've asked a lot of fair questions that I wanted to take some time to answer. There we go. So that's where he starts. And here he is, Will Smith.
Better stop talking about my Lakers jersey, man.
Why didn't you?
Hold on. I can't hear this. Where'd it go? My sound's there. Can you hear?
Yeah, I can still hear it.
Okay.
Apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech? I was fogged out by that point. It's all fuzzy. I've reached out to Chris, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk, and when he is, he will reach out. So I will say to you, Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk. I want to apologize to Chris.
All right. So the first part of that, man, he starts there with Chris originally.
Mhm.
So, man, what do you think about that? That first apology? Obviously, we're not here to judge if it's sincere or not. That's not for us. But how do you feel about it?
Like he said, he sounds like a man that's had time to sit back and, assess, reassess, and I feel like, he didn't understand the impact because he was reacting off of emotion, like most men do.
Yeah.
But I guess a guy that's been around that many award shows and that many, crazy events, man, I mean, it's probably just another day for him.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I mean, he probably just felt like he reacted off of straight raw emotion like any real man would.
Of course.
That's what I took from the first part of that. But it was straight directed towards Chris.
Yeah.
And unless you hear the rest of this,
Mhm.
what I mean?
Like,
That's
and
why
you
it's
cut
a
the rest
statement.
off. Yeah, you can cut the rest off and say,
Yeah.
all right, he addressed Chris first up front.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like the thing I think people, I haven't looked at anybody else's reaction to this. So this is what I'm going to assume based on what I heard after the slap. That everybody's going to take this as him just being phony or fake in this apology. I guarantee it's going to be a lot of people, oh, he's not. He's just saying it. Once again, to me, the
Well,
apology
Will
is
Smith's a
not,
great actor.
yeah, the apology is not for any of us. It's probably not even for Chris really right now. This apology is strictly for Will himself to let things off his chest that he needs to let go. Whether Chris Rock never accepts the apology, never talks to him again or not.
Right.
No apology is ever for the person you're apologizing to, really.
Yeah.
It's really for you to get over your own
personal
issues,
grief.
your own personal grief. So,
Yes.
so to me, that's him letting his own grief off his chest.
Yeah.
Now, if him and Chris talk again in the next month, 2 months, a year, whatever, they'll talk it out, and they'll have that.
That's true.
And that's them. But it's not. This will probably be the last time you hear Will apologize ever, unless it's him and Chris on TV by themselves together. But other than that, you won't see another video like this ever again.
No, because we don't see Will Smith fuck up publicly that often.
Yeah. So
You know what I mean? Like,
he's doing it the modern way.
yeah,
He's
a
doing it on
great
his own
influence.
YouTube channel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of doing it on like it would be Oprah back in the day or that, he didn't go on somebody's talk show. He went to his own YouTube channel and said, this is how I can reach millions and millions of people right now.
Mhm.
So let's keep going. So the next part, he's going to.
And I also like the fact, my fault. I also like the fact that he talks about I already reached out to Chris and I
Yeah.
didn't get a response until he was ready.
Yeah, which is okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, so I wanted to do this
Yeah.
because I feel like I owe more apologies after self-reflection
Yeah.
to more people.
Yeah.
So
That's a man doing his thing. Obviously, like we said,
Yeah.
he acted out of emotion. And like I would say, we don't know what he may have heard from his wife, how his wife may feel. You don't know how any man would react in a situation. Like he handled it, maybe the way he handled it probably one of the best, but
Mhm.
in that rush of emotion, like,
yeah,
fuck it. Like you don't know what you're gonna do.
I mean,
Yeah. So second part is to the mother.
His mother. I saw an interview that Chris's mother did, And, you know, that was one of the things about that moment. I just didn't realize, and, you know, I wasn't thinking, but how many people got hurt in that moment. So I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I want to apologize to Chris's family, specifically Tony Rock. You know, we had a great relationship. You know, Tony Rock was my man. And this is probably irreparable. I spent the last 3 months replaying and understanding the nuances and the complexities of what happened in that moment. And I'm not going to try to unpack all of that right now, but I can say to all of you, there is no part of me that thinks that was the right way to behave in that moment.
So yeah, man, there's a lot to unpack in that little minute. So, man, he goes to the family, which is that lets me know, man, they've known each other for years.
Yes.
I mean, even though I think a TV show that Chris's brother was in the early 2000s was produced by Will Smith's company and stuff. So I think their families have been intertwined so much. So
yeah,
to me, it's like, yo, say if I did something to you and like your mom's that way, it's kind of a thing like I've known your family long enough to know that shit. Like, I could see the pain in her eyes and that. And I can also see this brother, the son, anybody, how they feel. So
I mean, my thoughts on that though, you're right. You're exactly right. Like that's what I was gonna say. But the only thing that would settle it if you and I got into it would be a best out of 7 and 2K. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. Like,
yeah,
that's it. Stop
that's
talking shit about my Lakers jersey.
Yeah.
That's enough of that.
That's true. So yeah, man, that everybody has to deal with it, obviously. Brothers fight, friends fight. And this is obviously grown men fighting. So obviously when you're grown
diamonds
men,
are made under pressure, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like shit happens. This is how bonds are formed. Like, and my thing is like, I've never had somebody that I love that didn't come from, you know, personal problems together or relationship problems or strain at some point. Like you have to love somebody enough to get past that shit.
Yeah.
And that does nothing but strengthens the bond in my eyes. So this shit right here, what I can see right now is this shit's gonna end up in a beautiful outcome for both of these men.
It's gonna be a movie.
And we might end up seeing a sweet movie off of this.
Yeah. You might
see what I mean?
Chris
like,
Rock and Bad Boys 4.
And Questlove's gonna have to be in it because it was his award that this shit happened.
There you go. Questlove's gonna do all the music in it.
Right.
So you're probably gonna see a lot of stuff. You're probably gonna see
Black Thought.
See Tony Rock in there. Probably see Chris's mom. Yeah. Chris's mom probably gonna get a smack back on camera. Like, let me do it for her. Like, but it's gonna come back all to fruition. It's all gonna come back around.
Chris Rock's gonna end up slapping Will Smith in SNL or some shit.
Yeah, like, let it be, and then bygones be bygone eventually.
Yeah.
Like, just the way that Hollywood works, man. There's too many.
Yeah.
They have too many of the same friends. Like, like Chris Rock's right now on tour with Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart looks up to Will Smith. So there's too many friends that are involved that this is not something that will last for 30, 40 years. It's something that, like, yo, a little more time, it'll go in here. Who is this? I don't need to see you. Let's keep going. He talked to the fans now. So obviously this for all you people out there who are going to be like, this is, he did this on purpose and it was this. Like, he didn't react the right way. He knows. So here you go.
There's no part of me that thinks that's the optimal way to handle a feeling of disrespect or insults. After Jada rolled her eyes, did she tell you to do something? No. It's like, you know, I made a choice on my own, from my own experiences, from my history with Chris. Jada had nothing to do with it.
Pause it. Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what you said.
Yeah.
It was
I mean,
it was all the hate that this family was getting from everybody, and Chris just capitalized on it. But to be honest, that's what comedians
yeah,
do.
that's what he does. And it wasn't even a bad joke. It was more, like I said, I think there was things like,
It was slightly under the belt in my
yeah, he
eyes.
knows how his wife feels about her hair situation. He
But if
knows
you,
more
but
than
I mean, right. But at the end of the day, if I'm standing up on a stage, me,
hmm
and you're in the crowd, and I say that about you and your wife, and you know my eyes, you know my intention, you know all that. It's a
Yeah.
different game. It's a different ball game.
But it's different. I think it's more different. Like it's somebody that he at least knows. If it was like comedian A
That's
that
what I
no
mean.
one's ever heard about, that Will
Yeah.
probably has no relationship with,
Right.
maybe he didn't go that far. It's more like, yo, what the fuck? Like it's like, all right, but with somebody you know,
Would it
you
have been
get,
different if a female comedian said it?
maybe maybe Jada would have went up there. We don't know. That's the thing.
If Demi Moore was up there with the G.I. Jane comment, I
Yeah.
mean, would it be different?
We don't know if Jada went
We
up
don't
there. We
know.
don't know. So
Right.
so yeah, like he made a mistake. He's owning up to it, and he's saying like, yo, that's not the best we'd have. That's for kids
Yeah.
who may have saw that. Like, look, kids, it's not how you
Yeah.
handle situations.
Yeah.
Like you be an adult about it. You would talk it out or something. Do something different.
Can't go up and slap your principal if he calls
Yeah.
you an idiot.
Yeah, pretty much.
You
Well,
know what I mean? Like,
your principal call you idiot. Do your thing.
Wow.
Or tell your parents will smack the principal.
Mhm.
Ain't no one call my baby an idiot but me.
but
That
Will
baby
Smith
idiot
never
is me.
fucks up though. That's my
Yeah.
thing.
So yeah, it was, you think about it, that perfect image that for what, 25 years plus probably he's been building. And think about it, he's
Yeah.
been hearing about since 94 when he started dating Jada and married Jada, like Tupac this whole time. Then he heard about this. Then he heard Jada don't love you. And it, like your kids are this. And everything he's heard, I mean,
Yeah.
after a while that builds up in you. And obviously when your wife's going through something or your significant other's going through something that is personal to her, she may not want you to do that. You may be like, I'm just angry. Like,
Yeah.
I'm angry and everything's built up and
Mhm.
this is the point where it comes off. And because it's a friend, I think it got reacted differently. It
Yeah.
was somebody he knew. If it was somebody he didn't know, he may not went there at all. It
Right.
does change things. So
I mean, he ain't gonna go out there and slap The Rock if The Rock
No.
made that comment.
he didn't know him that well. So yeah.
Right.
Kevin Hart, maybe not either. It's probably just the type of person it is. We don't know.
You be slapping air.
Yeah. You'll miss somebody. Oh shit. Oh. So here we go.
You see Kevin's eyebrows just shake a little bit, and that's all you see.
Yeah. Here we go.
I'm sorry, babe. I'm gonna say sorry to my kids and my family for the heat that I brought on all of us. To all my fellow nominees, you know, this is a community. It's like I won because you voted for me, and it really breaks my heart to have stolen and tarnished your moment. I can still see Questlove's eyes. You know, it happened on Questlove's award, and you know, it's like I'm sorry really isn't sufficient. What would you say to the people who looked up to you?
Yeah, so like we talked about, like we said, like yeah, like same thing. He apologized to his family, his kids, obviously, in Questlove. Like
Yeah.
that's what you can do, man.
I mean,
like,
Chris Rock's mom, his brother,
yeah,
his wife, his kids.
No
I
one else to
mean,
apologize
like,
to now, man. It's like, yo, I've done everything. He's probably been up at his house, apologized to his kids, probably more than anything, because
yeah, he's ashamed of himself.
they're probably getting it when they walk outside. Somebody saying something about them. They're
Right.
doing this, and it's a lot, man. But
Mhm.
I'm glad that as a man, it obviously takes more time sometimes to deal with it on his level. Like whereas on our level, if something happens, we might like, all right, give me a week to kind of think about this.
Yeah.
Versus like we're on that level and that many people, cameras, eyeballs on you all the time. Like,
You shouldn't have said drunk. I look like Reggie Miller
yeah.
because I've been gaining weight.
There you go.
Then I shoot. Nah, I'm fucking with you.
So yeah.
This
so,
next part is the tell all though.
Yes. What will you say to people about the slap? Here you go.
Before the slap, or people who expressed that you let them down? So there's two things. One, disappointing people is my central trauma. I hate when I let people down. So it hurts. It hurts me psychologically and emotionally to know I didn't live up to people's image and impression of me. And
that we talked about also, man. That's a lot, man. Like that's a lot to unpack.
I'm not Will
that
Smith,
portion.
so I don't understand that.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying I don't understand that. I
Yeah.
just don't understand how that feels because I'm the complete opposite.
But he may not start that way. Obviously, think about
Right.
probably when back in Philly when he was a MC doing stuff, he probably didn't have that
Yeah.
feeling. Then Fresh
Oh,
Prince
for
comes
sure,
on.
for
And
sure.
you become like America's sweetheart. You basically take hip hop to another level because you make it acceptable for other races, and you did something different that no one else did. That
Yeah.
you became the guy who's the perfect image of a guy living the world, living this life that has
Right.
a smile, laugh, everything. So yeah, so that may be something he has now. Like that's a hard feeling to live with. Like, and I wouldn't know how that feels, but there's things that obviously we have in our lives, how we feel about things.
I got to keep an image up for my kids and my wife and my work life, but
Like
other than that, I don't have the scale.
In
You know
front
what I'm
of
saying? But I get what
everybody.
he's saying. Yeah. But that's this next part though. To
Yeah.
me, is my
Here we go.
bad. But that's
We're good.
what I was on.
And
the work I'm trying to do is I am deeply remorseful, and I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself, right? I'm human, and I made a mistake, and I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of shit. So I would say to those people, I know it was confusing. I know it was shocking. But I promise you, I am deeply devoted and committed to putting light and love and joy into the world. And, you know, if you hang on, I promise we'll be able to be friends again.
Damn.
yeah. So yeah, man, you're right, man. That last part was true. That last part was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he said a lot in just a few short little words there to me.
Mhm.
I mean, like as men, when you make a mistake, the hardest thing that I feel we go through, and now I know what my father and his father and so on and so forth has felt most of their lives just for making simple mistakes.
Yeah.
You feel like you do your best not to feel like a piece of shit, but the people that are around you,
Yeah.
and hope to God you surround yourself by people that don't make you feel this way, but you tend to, we're our own worst enemy is what I'm saying.
That's true, man.
As men. Sometimes not. But what I'm saying is a mistake on that scale. I mean, when you have kids and, you know,
It's coming in one of these days.
yeah, for sure. What'd you
Yeah.
take from that last part?
Everything you said, man, like it, because like you're trying to be sorry and like you want to be remorseful and things, but like that felt really like I can't get to the point where I feel like the piece of shit where
Yeah,
it puts you in a deep depression, which is
I can't let it derail me
yeah, make me
in
get to
my
a point
life.
where my life goes from being like I gotta change to oh man, I've messed up. Now everything's horrible. I'm finished. And you're sitting in your house every day, drinking, not taking baths and shit, like just
Yeah.
thinking up the place because you feel like you don't want to go through that. Like so this, like I said, when we started this, like the apology is not for everybody. Like all these apologies for Will to not feel like a piece of shit anymore. To
Yeah.
basically say it's out there in the universe. It's in front of, I don't know, we'll see how many people, let me look at how many people have watched this as of right now. So far, 1.5 5 million people have watched this.
Yeah.
And probably, if you probably have on Instagram and all stuff, you may have it also. You're probably looking at 5, 6, 10 million people have watched this already.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, like.
So
yes,
can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
This whole ordeal, like Will doing this, like, and I'm not doing this, saying this because I'm insensitive to what he's,
Yeah.
his message.
Mhm.
You know, I agree with what he did and I agree wholeheartedly with what he said. I
Yeah.
feel like the guy's genuine. It's not up to me to say that. It's just a review video.
None of us say that. Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But like at the end of the day, what I'm saying is like this whole thing reminds me of an Entourage scene
Ooh.
where Eric ended up cheating on the one girlfriend he had that never gave him pussy. And he ends up going with his boys to the jewelry store to get her a bracelet because he finally cheated on her at a party. She went out. She said she was sick or something. She had food poisoning. And Drama was like, fuck that, E, you're going out with us. And it was like a big, I think, shit, what's her name, man? Blonde girl. But anyway, she was like a actress. She's a hot one too.
Yeah.
I
didn't remember.
We'll have to look this up. We'll put
Yeah,
you know,
we're gonna put this in. We're gonna add this to the video.
Yeah. And if not, give me hate.
Yeah, you tell me which one is. We'll add to the video.
I think nothing says I cheated more than an expensive piece of jewelry.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell her anyway, so what's the difference? No! Let's hope she forgives me. Don't you listen to a word we say?
Yeah, I agree with these guys. I think you're making a mistake, E.
Oh, this coming from a guy who's never had a relationship that's lasted longer than a week.
What, and that's an insult? Look, you tell someone you cheated if you want to break up with them. Otherwise, it's just a selfish way to get rid of your own guilt.
Yo, well said, Vince.
Thank you, Turtle.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, they ended up going to this party, man. It's like a beach party. They ended up like jumping in the ocean and shit. You know, straight Cali shit, GT. You already know.
You know. Cali.
Yeah, you know what it is. But at the end of the day, man, like, he ends up going to the jewelry store with him because he fucks his perfect 10 model. And he fucks her again the next morning. But he cheats on his girl, but at the end of the day, like, she never really acted like she was interested in him. But she kept stringing him on. One of those girls kept pulling on your rope.
Yeah.
But never let you take any back. You know what I'm saying? Like, so at the end of the day, like, he ended up buying her a bracelet or a necklace or some shit. And the girl at the counter was like flirting with E. And E, I think it was Vince. Vince said it the best I've ever heard in my life. And he's like, I'm just gonna tell her. E said that. And Vince was like, if you tell her that you cheated on her, he's like, what you're doing is you're only trying to get rid of your own guilt.
Yeah.
There's no reason to tell her this. You know what I mean, though?
Yeah,
like, there's
it's
no
true.
reason to do that. Like, you're just literally trying to get rid of your own guilt. Like,
Yeah.
what's the point?
Pretty much. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, but this is just what I didn't mean to drag it out that long.
Oh,
But
no,
this
no,
is kinda
you're
what
right.
this reminded me of.
Especially
You know what I'm
it is.
saying?
He's
Like,
getting rid of his own.
and I'm not mad at him for that.
Yeah. You have to eventually. Like,
Yeah.
eventually you have to let stuff go off your own
Yeah.
guilt.
You gotta
can't-
find closure where you can
Yeah,
with
so-
things. Yeah.
So for everybody else, it may be like, oh, he should do it this way. Like, you're not in that person's eyes or ears, man. Let them do what they
Yeah.
gotta do.
Yeah.
Just let that person feel better about themselves. Get off your chest.
Right.
But yeah, like you said, like that, we'll drop that video in here, like where, yeah, you're just trying to get your own guilt off your chest. And that's kind of what we always do. And no matter what we go through in life, man, like,
Yeah.
everybody makes mistakes. At the end
Yeah.
of the day, everybody makes mistakes. The only thing we can do is strive to always improve and be better.
It's good to
Yeah.
pray on things, but how long can you pray on things before you make the change yourself and in your heart?
America.
I mean,
I pray for the kids.
I pray for the flag too. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, I pray for the kids.
Yeah.
You want a juice box? You want to feed them on your
Yeah.
kids?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think Will was on point with that shit, man. Like, I don't blame him for doing what he did. I mean, even if he looked like LeBron taking his talents to Chris Rock's
Yeah.
apologies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is, man. I feel like he did the right thing, and that's all I gotta say about it.
Yeah. Totally agree. He did what he had to do for himself. And eventually, like we said, they may in the next year or two get back and talk and
I mean, Will Smith might be in Grown Ups 3. I mean, we don't know.
Reconcile everything, get everything on up and move on and let it be. So without further ado, we're gonna stop there. Thank you guys for listening to our reaction of this. First time we're doing something that's not just straight music.
Yeah.
We'll get back to that. We're pretty happy to do this. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you hate it, tell us how much you hate it below. If you liked it, just click subscribe and find another video and like it. Watch the music.
That's right.
There you go. Without further ado, peace.
Peace.
Yes.